On April 16th, 2016, I uploaded my first Dark Souls 3 invasion video. It has 1,571 views over the course of 4 years. That's how many views that video has racked up. You can imagine how many views that video had when it came out. We are 4 years, more than 4 years, removed from that video. And I think a lot about how I wish Elden Ring was out. But also, how much stuff has changed over the course of 4 years. Obviously, the only people left playing this game are people who picked it up on sale, and people who really like it. And the people who really like it are obviously willing to put some time into it and some stick-with-itness, right? So, believe it or not, 4 years ago, no one on YouTube was really like singing the praises of Dark Souls 3 Invasions, except for maybe like Judas. But yeah, it was very different from the invasions of Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2. And it was more akin to the invasions of Bloodborne that not many people did for various reasons. Bad netcode, blood gem farming, etc. Also, you just get ganked to death. So, the answer to getting ganked to death in Bloodborne was get some bonko-ass blood gems and just annihilate everything. In Dark Souls 3, they have nerfed, like, the damage of your weapons, right? Made it a little more difficult. And if you're invading at meta level, soul level 125, which is what you're seeing here, your weapon damage is, going to be equal to, unless they have a really bad build, to the people you're fighting. And a lot of Dark Souls 3 invasion content became focused on, like, how to win invasions, including yours truly. But at this point, I am less worried about winning the invasion than I am, like, in my head, I'm constantly, like, making, like, montage videos that I never actually make. I just, like, I'm attempting montage tier shit over the course of an invasion and then just show you the whole invasion. Is that as entertaining as a well-strung together clip of a bunch of really cool highlights? Probably not. But part of the fun for me is how you came to the flashy scene. Not just the flashy scene itself. But what did you do to make other players fall for or walk into your flashy idea? That was, you know what I mean? Like, that's just part of my, like, I guess, content creation brain. So, I've just defeated an entire dried-fingered party, which is 4 players, with the help of, like, New Game Plus, Undead Settlement, and I didn't get any help. And honestly, I kind of prefer it, especially against these types of groups that I'm showing off in this video, where the players are willing to try and make some progress against the invader. This is why, for as much as I hate blues, I also love blue spirits. The blue spirits who show up and their, like, entire job is, like, kill the invader. They break a stalemate those two players were not willing to try and make progress until this third guy showed up. And remember, this guy is not a part of like their team. He is not like in party chat with these people. He's playing the game himself, and this happened, and so now he's like, all right, well, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to kill the invader. And if the group is smart enough, they will understand, like, now's our chance. This blue spirit represents a stalemate break. Like, we should help him. And you can see that now that, oh yeah, that thought has finally clicked. But I don't really want another invader to show up here and take all the fun. If another invader showed up right now, they could probably get to that host and kill them while I kept these other people busy, and we would win the invasion, but that's not what I want. I don't want to just win the invasion. Now I want something cool to happen. There's like a checklist in my head of like, oh, that guy's using Freed Scythe? Well, I could probably parry that and then do like a weapon swap for the riposte. And that would look cool. This dude's turtled up behind a shield. I bet I could probably backstab him pretty easy. This person likes to swing a greatsword one-handed, which is honestly like not really a bad strategy. It's fine. But it doesn't do a lot of poise damage, so I bet I could flip on him. Even if we make the trade, like, I'll poise through that because the flip has like a shit ton of poise, right? So there's like this checklist that goes off in my head of like, what would be fun? What would be neat? What would look cool? And I feel like a lot of times the second invader shows up, it just kind of like, it doesn't matter what looks cool. You just end up winning. But it's like a hollow victory. No pun intended. And don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anything wrong with coming into a group and playing to win. It's just, I would rather something awesome happen. Like double plunge verticality, and that's not something that'll happen if like my co-invader is using like a Black Knight Great Shield or a Black Knight Shield and the stock. Like, I don't foresee us having a lot of fun together. Now, let's say you invade 4 people using Black Knight Shield and a stock. Okay. Now I'll take the try-hard help. If you show up with a Dark Infused Heralds and a Dark Infused Hand Axe, or, you know, Gale's Greatsword and a Rapier, if you show up and I'm fighting against, like, 4 people who refuse to leave the bonfire or are rocking, like, some just absolute nonsense YouTube build they saw, then yes, fine. The hatred I feel overwhelms my sense of I just want to have fun, and yeah. But I think it's different for everybody. So don't take this diatribe as like a gospel truth of my person, because it's not even that, honestly. Like, I reserve the right to change my mind at any second. But I think, by and large, I prefer invasions. At this point, if I'm playing against just like average players who are trying to make average progress, and I can play the role of your average invader, but I'm trying to do, you know, like fun playstyle stuff, then I'll take that. I'll take that every time. It's the thing I get the most joy out of. Like, I will have more fun regardless of the outcome of the invasion if I enjoyed the content of the invasion I will have more fun doing that than winning an invasion that I hated being a part of the entire time. You ever invade somebody who just has like the worst internet, and then like after the fight's over, you ask yourself, why didn't I just like Black Crystal out of that? Why did I take part in that? I don't feel good about it. That was dumb. It's that. Like, these sorts of invasions, I never ever feel like I wasted any time. It was constantly fun, and I love that. And how you can too with Saint Riot, the YouTube video on the internet.com. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe later, y'all.